look at Australia's third largest raptor. Now, for its size, this rare raptor is not a particularly powerful hunter, but if you're travelling up through central Australia or the northern parts of Australia, you may be lucky enough to see this bird out actively hunting, gliding and soaring at moderate heights, searching for its prey, which could include things like reptiles, birds, and small mammals as well. We'd like you to meet our black-breasted buzzard, and if that's not hard enough to say, this black-breasted buzzard's name is Beatrice. Beatrice, the black-breasted buzzard. Now, we know that is a real mouthful, but these birds are standout raptor adapters. And one of the interesting things with the black-breasted buzzard is they're just as comfortable on the ground as they are in the sky, which is a little bit unusual when it comes to raptors. Most raptors prefer to be nice and high. But probably the most interesting adaptive skill of the black-breasted buzzard is actually linked to the reputation as being a nest robber and stealing the eggs of our large ground nesting birds, which includes, obviously, our emus. Now, the black-breasted buzzard is only one of two birds in the whole world that use this next technique that we're going to have a look at to get into a food source. Now, I just happen to have an emu egg in my pocket. It's okay, it's not a real one. It's made of plaster, but it's the same size as a real emu egg. I'm hopefully going to get Beatrice to show us how to break open an emu egg. What I need to do is actually place this egg on the ground here. Get Beatrice's attention over here, sweetie. Thank you. Now, she knows she can't break that open. She needs something to help her out, and I've got that as well. A little helping hand, just a tool that she uses, a plain old simple rock. What I'm going to do is put the rock on the ground and we'll let Beatrice here do the rest. Here she goes. Lines the egg up, throws it down on top of the egg. Give it another go, girl. You need to hit it a bit harder. Here we go. There we go. Big round of applause. Great job. Well done.
She broke the record.
Now, some of you out there, you might think that's a trick that we talk black-breasted buzzards. Believe it or not, it's not a trick. It's an instinct, a natural adaptive behaviour. So we don't teach these birds how to do that at all. And there's only one other bird in the whole world that knows how to do that behaviour. It's a bird that's found in northern Africa. It breaks open ostrich eggs in exactly the same way. But give it up for our standout raptor adapter, the black-breasted.
Yeah, good!
I know, well, it's pretty clear, isn't it, that birds of prey and parrots have made some pretty amazing adaptations over time and in response to the changes in their environment. What do you think we can learn from our amazing feathered friends? Well, we're going to meet one of our sulphur-crested cockatoos in a moment. He might have a very important message and a big answer for you because cockatoos are well known in the wild to send one bird ahead of the flock to act as a lookout or a sentinel. In fact, a person on lookout in Australian slang is called a cockatoo. So we're going to meet Callista, our sulphur-crested cockatoo. So he's been a very busy bird. He's got a very important message for you. In Australia at the moment, we're actually flushing about 6.7 million trees down our toilets. It's a bit silly. We're chopping a whole lot of trees down to make toilet paper. Well, it's something we use once and we flush it down the loo. And Callista thinks that's a bit silly. In fact, according to Callista, we can all be wiping for wildlife, as you can see there. What that means is we can all switch to using recycled toilet paper. And that's just toilet paper that's made out of old office paper. If everyone here and everyone in Australia was all using recycled toilet paper, those 6.7 million trees would stay in the ground, where of course they provide habitat for birds and lots of other animals as well. And let's not forget what trees do for us. They give us the air that we're breathing and they hold our soil together as well. So Callista's hoping that next time you see a sulphur-crested cockatoo, you need a really loud screech of one, it'll remind you, Callista, wiping for wildlife. Next time in the shops, it's a very simple switch to make, and we think everyone here can wipe for wildlife. Are you with me? Excellent. Now, do you want to give Callista a clap? That took about 20 seconds to do, it took about 10 months to try. So well done, Callista. Okay, now who's ready to meet another bird? Do you want to meet a little bird or a big bird?
Big bird!
I think you want to meet a big bird, Jason.
Well, we'll see what we can do. You might not realise it, but right now you're actually in the territory of a master adapter, the true ruler of the Australian skies. These birds can be found right across Australia, from mountain slopes to treeless plains. This magnificent bird can be Australia's largest raptor. Often seen gliding and soaring at heights on thermal currents. They can have a wingspan of up to 2.5 metres. Nice long wedge-shaped tail where they get their name from. Another one of our diurnal hunters, so can be seen hunting during the daytime. Say hello to Magra, our female wedge-tailed eagle. Has she come, Max? There she is. Alright, I don't think you're going to get much closer to a wedge-tailed eagle than that. That was pretty close. Alright, now, the plumage or the coloration of the wedge-tailed eagles does vary with age, from light brown in young birds to almost black in adult birds. Now, Magna is about 14 years old, so she's got quite a long way to go. The wedge-tailed eagles can live up to about 50 years in captivity, so she's still got a few years left in her yet.
Oh my god.
Now, they are standout raptor adapters. Wedge-tailed eagles have amazing eyesight. They can spot a moving rabbit from over a kilometre away. It's pretty impressive. Now, they do prefer to hunt in our open spaces,
Sheets big wings.
and rabbits actually make up quite a large part of the wedge-tailed eagle's diet. But they'll hunt other things as well. Reptiles, other birds, and mammals up to the size of a wallaby. Something they're quite capable of hunting. All right. You felt the wind from that? All right. I think there was a couple of other kids here that felt a little bit more than the wind. All right, Mags, good job, girl. Now, with a great command of flight, wedge-tailed eagles survey the skies on long, broad, upswept wings. Their sheer size and power is a pretty impressive sight. But you can see here with Magra, while she's nice and low, look at those big broad shoulders that she's got. Look at the size of that hooked meat-tearing beak. And also, those nice, long, sharp talons on the end of her toes. Wedge-tailed eagles are a protected species these days. And one can see quite a large and widespread population of wedge-tailed eagles. You're a bit quick for me today, girl. Here on the mainland of Australia, which is a really good thing. Now, female wedge-tailed eagles are larger than their male counterparts. Just a tag for us, or sit down, that'd be great. Watch this one right over the top of your heads. All right. Now, if I can just have, oh yeah, you can hop up there, girl. If I could just make sure that everyone who's here just stays where they are for a second, that would be great. Make things a lot easier for Magra and for me, and probably yourselves as well. Just let me get all the way here. If I can just get a couple of those people just to step back a sec for me. Now, as I say, the females are larger than the males, about a third larger. So it's quite an obvious size difference. Can you do that, Max? Or is there too many people today? There we go. All right. Great job, Magra. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
And the males share a territory together. So once they pair up together, they stay together for life. So when you see one adult wedge-tailed eagle, you may be lucky enough to see a second wedge-tailed eagle nice and close by together. Alright, you guys have been a really, really good crowd. Well done. Good job. That's got to be the best picture here. Did you get a photo as it actually hit your camera? Alright. Now here at Healsville Sanctuary, we do occasionally see a wild pair of wedge-tailed eagles that thinks that this patch of sky is part of their territory and occasionally fly into Magra's airspace. Now, these wedge-tailed eagles here beat me to it, girl. You're too quick. These wedge-tailed eagles are very territorial. If they see another eagle in their territory, they do defend their turf very strongly. Now, I'm actually going to try something new here today. So, this could fail dismally, but I'm going to see if I can get Magra to head off home from there. So give her a big round of applause.